Have you ever felt like you don't belong in this world? That there's a fundamental difference between you and other people, something you can't explain but feel deep in your soul? Pay close attention. What if this feeling isn't a problem, but proof that you have a power most people have lost? A power so real that it interferes with electronic devices, draws strangers to you who share their most intimate secrets, and allows you to sense the truth behind the masks people wear. This isn't imagination. These are clear signs that your aura, your field of energy, is exceptionally powerful. And these signs were recorded thousands of years ago in one of the most forbidden texts in history, the mysterious Book of Thoth. In this video, I'm going to reveal to you the 5 signs, and I guarantee you the 4th sign will make you question every coincidence in your life. Stay with me, because if you identify with these signs, your life will never be the same. If you've ever felt this difference, comment below. I am not like everyone else. The force that is in each man is a spark of the spirit of the world. If it ignites, man can move mountains. This ancient wisdom takes us straight to one of the most powerful and mysterious legends in history, the Book of Thoth. Imagine a book not made of paper and ink, but of the very essence of the universe, an artifact written by the Egyptian god of wisdom, which contained not just words, but the source codes of creation. The legends say that whoever possessed it could understand the language of animals, command the elements of nature, and unravel the secrets of immortality. It was the instruction manual of reality, a power so absolute it frightened the gods themselves. For this reason, the Book of Thoth was considered too dangerous for humanity. The story says it was sealed, hidden in a secret place, protected by guardians and curses, so it would never fall into the wrong hands. Because the knowledge within it could dismantle empires, topple systems of control, and give a single individual the power to rewrite the world. But the truth is, you don't need to find a physical artifact. The true book was never an object. It is a state of consciousness, and its teachings were spread in fragments throughout history. One of those fragments survived in an equally enigmatic text, the Emerald Tablet. In it, we find a phrase that is the key to unlocking all this power. What is below is like what is above. This is not just a simple poetic metaphor. It is a universal law, a physical principle. It means that your inner universe, made of your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy, is a perfect mirror of the outer universe. There is no separation. Your reality is not something that happens to you. It is a direct reflection of what happens within you. Think about that for a moment. Every frustration, every joy, every meeting, every challenge in your life is not random. It is an echo of your own energetic frequency. The world is not treating you a certain way, it is only responding to the vibration you emit. When you understand this, the game changes completely. You stop being a victim of circumstances and realize you have always been the director of your own movie. Even if you were directing it on autopilot, unaware of your power. And this is where everything connects. When your personal energy, your aura, becomes exceptionally strong and charged, it stops being just a passive reflection. It becomes an active force, a projection that begins to bend and shape reality around you. Your energy is no longer contained within you. It leaks out, overflows, and interacts with the world in visible and unmistakable ways. It begins to leave clues like footprints in the snow, showing that something different is happening. These traces are proof that you are no longer playing the same game as everyone else. They are clear signs that your consciousness is expanding and your power is manifesting in the physical plane. And the first of these signs is perhaps the most subtle, but also the most revealing. It doesn't happen with a flash of light or a thunderous sound. It happens in the look of a stranger, in the trust of a child, in the closeness of an animal. It proves that your energy speaks a language all living beings instinctively understand. The first sign, the stranger's confidant. Now pay attention, because this is where you start to recognize yourself in the story. The first sign that your aura is a powerful force is not something you do, but something that happens to you repeatedly. People you've never seen in your life feel an uncontrollable need to tell you their deepest secrets. You're in line at the supermarket, and the person behind you starts opening up about their marriage problems. You're waiting for the bus, and a complete stranger shares their most intimate dreams and fears with you, as if you were childhood friends. This doesn't happen by chance. It's not because you have a friendly face. It's your energy in action. Your aura vibrates at a frequency of safety, of non-judgment, of pure acceptance. People, trapped in their own minds, carrying heavy burdens, instinctively feel that frequency. Your presence works like an oasis in the desert, a safe harbor where they can finally let their guard down and lighten the load they carry, even if they don't consciously understand why they're doing it. They just feel that with you, it's safe to be vulnerable. And this attraction isn't limited to humans. Small children who haven't yet been programmed by the system and are pure energy antennas are drawn to you like a magnet. They may stare at you with deep curiosity, smile for no reason, or even approach and hug you. Likewise, animals who operate entirely on the level of instinct and energy feel calm and safe around you. An aggressive dog may become gentle, a skittish cat may rub against your legs. They're not reacting to your appearance. They're reacting to your vibration. What you're emitting is a frequency of coherence and harmony. In a chaotic, noisy world full of conflicting energies, your aura works like a tuning fork, a point of stability. The people and beings around you are drawn to that stability because, on a deep level, everyone seeks balance. You become, effortlessly, a point of healing and relief for the environment simply by existing. You don't need to say a word, your energy does all the work. However, this magnetic attraction is a double-edged sword. While it shows the power of your light, it also exposes you. Being a beacon means everyone sees your light, including those lost in darkness and desperate for any source of energy. You become a target for people who consciously or unconsciously will try to drain that vitality from you, leaving you exhausted and confused. That's why understanding this sign is only the beginning. It's the first step to learning how to manage this power. But this ability to influence the emotional state of others is only the most superficial layer. It's a glimpse of a much greater power, a perception that goes beyond feelings and emotions. Your energy doesn't just calm others, it also gives you the ability to feel what others don't feel, to see what others don't see. Your powerful aura turns you into a human antenna, tuned to the invisible currents that govern the world, and this heightened sensitivity is the next unmistakable sign. The second sign, the human antenna. This attraction you exert over others is fueled by a much deeper sensitivity. The second sign is that you function as a human antenna. You walk into an environment and instantly, before a single word is spoken, you know the vibe of the place. You feel the tension in the air during a meeting, even if everyone is smiling and acting cordial. You feel the sadness hidden behind a friend's smile. You don't need anyone to tell you what's happening. You simply know because you sense the energy of the place and the people in high definition. This ability is not imagination. It's a form of expanded perception. While most people navigate life by reading only verbal and body language, you read the energetic language, which is far more honest and direct. You pick up on the hidden currents of a conversation, the unspoken intentions, the repressed emotions. This gives you an immense advantage, allowing you to navigate social interactions with sharp intuition, knowing who to trust, who to avoid, and what the real game being played behind the masks is. The challenge of this sensitivity is that it can be overwhelming. In a world so full of pain, fear, and falseness, being an open antenna 24 hours a day can leave you exhausted. This is where so-called energy vampires come in. Don't imagine a figure in a black cape, but rather ordinary people, often even friends or family members who live in a state of energetic lack. Unconsciously, they connect to your abundant aura and begin draining your life force. You leave a simple conversation feeling completely drained without understanding why. Learning to distinguish your own energy from the energy of others becomes a crucial survival skill. You need to understand that not every emotion you feel is yours. Many times, you're simply picking up on the anxiety, anger, or sadness of someone nearby or of the environment around you. Without this awareness, you might spend your whole life thinking you're unstable or depressed, when in reality, you're just a powerful receiver who hasn't yet learned to install a filter or turn off the antenna when necessary. This heightened perception, however, is not limited only to feelings and emotions. It is the doorway to an even stranger and more powerful phenomenon. Your energy, when it becomes so potent, can no longer remain contained in the subtle field. It begins to overflow, to leak into the physical world, interacting with matter in ways that completely defy our conventional understanding of reality. Your aura becomes so charged that it starts to affect the very electricity around you. And it is this direct interaction with the material world that leads us to the third sign, one of the most fascinating and, for many, frightening. It is the ultimate proof that your consciousness and your energy are not trapped inside your skull, but are an active force that can influence the environment in concrete and measurable ways. If you've ever wondered why electronic devices seem to go haywire around you, the answer is about to become very clear. The third sign, the ghost in the machine. If you recognized yourself as a human antenna, get ready, because your energy doesn't stop there. The third sign is when your energy field becomes so powerful that it starts interacting directly with the physical world, especially with electricity. Have you ever walked down a street at night and the streetlight flickered or turned off exactly as you passed under it? Or maybe it happens so often that it's become a running joke among your friends. That's not a coincidence. It's your energy interfering with the electrical flow. This phenomenon, known as street light interference, SLI, is just one example. People with powerful auras often report that cell phone and laptop batteries drain abnormally fast around them, even if the devices are new. Watches, especially wristwatches, may stop working for no apparent reason. Electronic devices may turn on or off by themselves or show bizarre malfunctions that even technicians can't explain. You become a kind of ghost in the machine, an invisible influence affecting technology. This happens because your body, at its most fundamental level, is a bioelectrical system. Your heart beats, your neurons fire, all through electrical impulses. When your aura is exceptionally charged, that bioelectrical field expands far beyond your skin. It becomes so strong that it can induce currents or create interference in nearby electrical systems. It's not magic, it's physics, a kind of physics that mainstream science still hesitates to fully explore, but which is demonstrated by technologies like Kirlian photography, which captures the discharge of energy radiating from living beings. This influence isn't limited to electronics. You might notice that the temperature around you seems to change. Friends or partners might comment that your touch is unusually warm, or that they feel a slight tingling or electrical sensation when they hug you. In moments of intense emotion, like anger or excitement, these effects can become dramatically amplified. You might literally feel the air crackling around you. It's undeniable proof that your energy has mass, has impact, has power over matter. This ability to influence the physical world is powerful confirmation that your consciousness is not just a byproduct of your brain. It's a fundamental force that interacts with reality. However, this raw power, if not understood and directed, can become chaotic. The same energy that affects a light bulb could, theoretically, affect more complex systems. That's why recognizing this sign is not just a curiosity. It's a call to responsibility. It's an invitation to learn how to master this inner force. And mastering such an overwhelming energy requires a massive amount of internal resources. Being a walking energy reactor comes at a cost. Your strength is not infinite. It needs to be managed, protected, and most importantly, recharged. And this instinctive need to manage your energy, which is often mistaken for weakness or antisocial behavior, is actually the fourth and crucial sign that you carry extraordinary power. The fourth sign, the hunger for solitude. If your energy is powerful enough to interact with the material world, imagine its impact when immersed in an ocean of other human energies. This is where the fourth sign reveals itself, one of the most misunderstood by society. A deep and sometimes desperate need for solitude. After social interactions, even the most enjoyable ones, you feel like a phone whose battery went from 100 to 0 in minutes. It's not about being antisocial or disliking people. It's the inevitable consequence of your heightened sensitivity, which makes you absorb everything around you without a filter. Think of your aura not just as a beacon, but as an energetic superconductor. Yes, it shines brightly, but it also absorbs and processes every fragment of energy in the environment. Every conversation, every emotion from others, every unspoken tension in a crowded room is data your system has to process. While others leave a party feeling energized by the surface-level exchange, you leave carrying energetic files from dozens of people. The need to be alone isn't a mood, it's a survival mechanism for your operating system. That desire for isolation is your inner wisdom in action, a biological alarm sounding off. It's your energy system begging for downtime, for maintenance. In those moments of solitude, you're not just resting your physical body. You're engaged in a crucial process of energetic defragmentation and cleansing. You're disconnecting from the countless frequencies that have latched onto your aura, identifying and deleting what doesn't belong to you in order to restore your original vibration, your fundamental note in the universe. Ignoring this call leads to serious consequences. Without these periods of retreat, your sensitivity turns into a burden. The overload of energetic information leads to chronic exhaustion, a fatigue no amount of coffee can fix. Anxiety settles in, not because of your own fears, but because of the cacophony of others' fears that you've absorbed. Health problems can arise as your physical body begins to manifest the stress of a polluted and overloaded energy field. In this context, solitude isn't a luxury, it's your medicine. People with strong auras, even without understanding the mechanics behind it, instinctively develop psychic shields. It's an evolutionary adaptation of consciousness. They learn to create subtle, energetic barriers to protect themselves. At a party, they might become more reserved, talk less, or find a quiet corner to observe from a distance, minimizing the surface area of their aura exposed to the chaos. This isn't shyness or arrogance, it's high-level energy management. It's the art of participating in the world without letting the world consume you. Mastering this ability to protect, cleanse, and recharge yourself is the turning point. It's what transforms the burden of sensitivity into a gift of conscious influence. You learn to become the gatekeeper of your own energy, deciding what comes in and what stays out. You become a master of energetic hygiene, taking baths in silence, nature, or meditation as regularly as you take physical showers. This mastery is what allows you to stop living on the defensive and start using your energy offensively, in the best sense of the word. When your energy is clean, grounded, and recharged, you discover an innate ability to harmonize environments. Your simple presence, now vibrating at your pure and powerful frequency, can calm a heated argument without you saying a word. It can ease collaboration within a work team, dissolving tension and encouraging the flow of ideas. In a chaotic home, your presence can bring a wave of peace. You become a catalyst for balance, a tuning fork that helps others align themselves. But using this gift effectively requires that you first master your own inner world. The universal law is clear: you can't pour from an empty cup. Trying to harmonize the world while your own system is in chaos will only lead to faster burnout. Mastery over your own energy cycle, the rhythm of interaction and recharge, is the foundation upon which all your power is built. It's the prerequisite for the next step in your evolution, and it is exactly that mastery, that self-management of energy, that opens the door to the next level of power. When you learn to manage, protect, and recharge your energy, you stop being a boat adrift, tossed by the waves of others' energies. You become the captain, with your hands firmly on the wheel. Your strength, now focused and directed, begins to align with the flow of the universe in such a precise way that the line between desire and reality becomes almost invisible. It is in this perfect alignment, in this harmony between your inner world and the cosmos, that the fifth and most magical of the signs reveals itself. The fifth sign: the universe whispers your name. When you master your own energy, something extraordinary begins to happen. The fifth and most impactful sign is that the universe starts speaking to you directly, using the language of synchronicities. You think about a friend you haven't seen in years, and minutes later they call you, You're struggling with the tough decision, and the answer appears on a billboard you've never noticed before. You're looking for a specific piece of information, and a book falls off a shelf, open to the exact page. This isn't luck. It's communication. These meaningful coincidences, as psychologist Carl Jung called them, are proof that your energy is vibrating in perfect harmony with the quantum field. Your aura, now clear and powerful, acts as a strong transmitter. You send out an intention, a desire, or a need into the universe, not with words, but with the pure frequency of your being. And the universe, which is a field of infinite potential, responds by rearranging reality to give you exactly what you asked for, often in creative and unexpected ways. This conversation shows up in many forms. You may start seeing repeating number patterns everywhere. 1111 on the clock, 222 on a license plate, 444 on a house number. These numbers are like winks from the universe, encoded messages telling you to pay attention, that you're on the right path, that your angels or guides are with you. Finding feathers in unusual places, especially white ones, is another classic sign that you're aligned and spiritually protected. Your dreams also become more vivid and meaningful. They're no longer just random processing of daily events. They become portals into the subconscious and other dimensions. You might receive clear guidance, have premonitions that come true, or reunite with loved ones who've passed away. The veil between your conscious world and the spiritual world becomes thinner, and dreams become a powerful tool for communication and learning. A nightly dialogue with your soul. You realize you're no longer just living life, you're co-creating it at every moment. The feeling of being a leaf in the wind disappears, replaced by the certainty that you are the captain of your ship, sailing in an ocean of energy that responds to your direction. You understand that every thought is a seed, every emotion is a magnet, and every intention is a command sent to the cosmos. Life becomes a magical dance, a constant dialogue between you and the divine. These 5 signs, from being the confidant of strangers to conversing with the universe, are undeniable proof that you're operating on a different level of consciousness. They're the outer manifestation of an inner power that's awakening. And this power isn't just a New Age curiosity. It's the key to true spiritual mastery, a wisdom the ancient alchemists sought their entire lives, the secret to transforming the raw material of your existence into the gold of enlightenment. Recognizing these 5 signs is only the beginning of the journey. The real work, the central secret of Thoth's knowledge, is not about gaining powers, but about mastering yourself. This is where we enter the territory of spiritual alchemy. The ancient alchemists weren't just trying to turn lead into gold in a lab. That was a metaphor for the most important process of all, the transmutation of the human soul. Lead represents our dense, heavy consciousness, full of fear, doubt, trauma, and anger. Gold represents enlightened consciousness, light, pure, and powerful. Your aura, with all its raw power, is the raw material for this great work. It's not fixed. It's completely malleable. Each of the signs you exhibit is an untamed power waiting to be refined. The overwhelming sensitivity that makes you absorb others' energy, when mastered, becomes compassionate empathy, the ability to feel what others feel and use that connection to heal. You stop being a sponge and become a source. The chaotic energy that interferes with electronics, when focused with intention, can be used to cleanse the energy of a space, or even to direct healing energy toward a person or situation. You learn to modulate your frequency, shifting from static interference to clear, purposeful transmission. The ability to attract strangers becomes the power to inspire and lead, not through words, but through the strength and integrity of your presence. You become a conscious beacon, guiding others out of the storm. And the ability to manifest synchronicities, when used with awareness, becomes the most powerful tool for co-creation. You stop merely receiving answers from the universe and begin asking the right questions. You learn to align your desires with the greater good, manifesting not only for yourself, but for the elevation of collective consciousness. You become an active partner with the universe in the dance of creation, using your power to manifest a reality filled with more love, abundance, and purpose. This process of refinement requires practice and dedication. Tools like meditation, visualizing light shields, working with crystals, connecting with nature, and practicing mindfulness aren't esoteric hobbies. They are precise alchemical techniques to purify, strengthen, and raise your vibration. They're your daily training in the soul's gym. By committing to this inner work, you're literally rewriting your own book of life, page by page. In doing so, you're not just improving your life or becoming a better person. You're participating in the sacred act of evolving consciousness. You're transforming the lead of your limited ego into the gold of your higher self. And that transformation reveals an even deeper truth about your nature and your place in the cosmos. That you were never separate from anything or anyone. As you advance on the path of inner alchemy, purifying and strengthening your aura, something remarkable happens. The veil that separates the physical world from the energetic world, which for most people is a thick, opaque wall, begins to become thin and translucent. Your perception of reality expands in ways the ordinary mind would consider impossible. Your intuitive abilities, once just brief flashes, become a steady way of seeing and interacting with the world. That occasional gut feeling deepens into clairvoyance, the ability to clearly see energies, auras, probable futures, or even beings from other dimensions. Sensitivity to environments and emotions evolves into clairaudience, the act of clearly hearing messages, guidance, and music not from a physical source, but from your higher self, spiritual guides, or universal consciousness. It's like tuning into a radio station that was previously out of range. That sense of just knowing something without knowing why solidifies into clairsentience. Clear feeling. You can touch an object and feel its story, or meet a person and instantly know their character and intentions. Knowledge no longer comes from logical thought, but arrives like a direct download, a deep certainty rising from the depths of your soul. These aren't supernatural abilities, they're your natural senses operating at a higher frequency. This is the true awakening of the third eye, the Ajna chakra, that all great esoteric traditions describe as the gateway to divine wisdom. It's not a physical eye, but the command center of your higher consciousness. When it opens, you stop seeing life through the limited filter of the ego and begin seeing it from the perspective of the soul. Synchronicities stop being surprises and become the obvious choreography of the universe, and you learn to dance in perfect harmony with it. Life stops being a series of random events and becomes a rich, deep, ongoing dialogue with the sacred. The fear of the unknown dissolves because you realize you are constantly being guided and supported. Anxiety about the future fades because you trust the flow of life and know everything is unfolding perfectly. You begin living in a state of grace, of flow, of permanent connection with the source of all life. But the peak of this journey, the true purpose of seeing beyond the veil, is not the acquisition of psychic powers to impress others or for personal gain. Those are just side effects of the process. The ultimate goal is much deeper and more liberating. It's the final, unshakable realization of your true nature and your role as the unquestionable master of your own existence. All the signs, the wisdom of Thoth, the alchemy of the soul, the vision beyond the veil, all of it converges into one powerful, liberating truth. You are the creator of your reality, not in a figurative or poetic way, but in a literal and absolute sense. Your aura isn't something you have like a car or a house. Your aura is the energetic manifestation of who you are. It's the vibrational brush with which you paint the canvas of your existence with every breath, every thought, every second. Recognizing the power of your aura is the final act of reclaiming your spiritual sovereignty. It's stopping the habit of outsourcing responsibility for your life and understanding that the power has always been in your hands. It's realizing that your thoughts aren't harmless and private. They are spells, energetic declarations you cast into the universe. Your emotions aren't random reactions. They are powerful magnets, attracting more of what you're feeling. Every word you speak is an enchantment reinforcing a reality. Every action you take is a ritual solidifying your destiny. There is no separation between your inner and outer world. They are a continuum, a closed feedback loop. When you take full control of your inner world, the outer world has no choice but to transform to reflect that mastery. You stop being a pawn in the game and become the player. The mysterious Book of Thoth, which so many have searched for in dusty tombs and secret texts, was never hidden. It is being written right now by you. Each day of your life is a new page. Each choice is a new sentence. Each experience is a new chapter. The question is not whether you're writing your book, but what you're writing in it. Is it a story of fear, limitation, and victimhood, or is it an epic of power, freedom, and conscious creation? The 5 signs are just the wake-up call. They are the universe's way of reminding you that you hold the pen. They are proof that you're not like everyone else, not because you're special, but because you're beginning to remember the power that is inherent in everyone, but that most have forgotten. Your unique, energetic signature, your aura, is not just your greatest strength. It's your greatest gift to the world. Don't hide it. Don't shrink it to fit into small boxes. Don't be afraid of your own power. Embrace it, cultivate it, refine it, and use it. Use it to create a life that inspires you, to heal your wounds and the wounds of those around you, to bring more light into a world that desperately needs it. Because this power wasn't given to you to be stored away. It was given to be used. This is your superpower. Now go and be the master of your reality. If you've made it this far, leave a comment saying, "I feel the power of my aura," to show that this message resonated with you and that you truly identify with what was revealed. If you want to help support the channel more directly, there's a link in the first pinned comment where you can contribute and help me keep spreading messages like this. Any support you can give is very important to me and to the growth of the channel. But know this, just watching until the end is already a huge help. You can also share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And that makes all the difference. And don't leave yet. I've picked a special video that's waiting for you on the screen. Click it now and let's meet there to continue this journey together.